What is going on, people of YouTube? Welcome back to another video of mine. If you are new here, my name is Lexi. I will put my Instagram up above. But welcome to a video. So I wanted to make the majority of this video on the topic of supplements. I get asked a lot, Lexi, what's your supplement routine? What supplements do you take? Blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to sit down and make a video about this and walk you guys through everything I personally take because I think that there is a lot of conflicting information out there. A lot of people think that they have to take this like laundry list of supplements when they may or may not need to do so, right? And I oftentimes think it gets a little sticky with, you see athletes, coaches, or whoever it may be, and they're sponsored by a supplement brand. So they promote the products and, you know, sometimes it can make it a little confusing. Like, okay, is that actually a good product, or are they just promoting it because they're sponsored and they get commission or they get a salary pay or whatnot? So first and foremost, I 100% am going to tell you guys like it is and be completely honest. Yes, I do have a discount code for PEScience, and that is always in the description box below, and I'll also put it up above, and that's the majority of the products I'm going to show you guys. But I'm also going to be very honest and tell you guys what I think is necessary and what may not be necessary but may be beneficial, because I don't think there's any bad supplements, but I do think there are a lot of supplements out there that, you know, they're not 100% needed, right? So that is the main topic that I'm going to sit down and talk with you guys about. So starting out, I want to talk about protein powder. So PEScience makes, in my opinion, the best protein powder. I have been using their products for 4 years, little disclaimer. And I was using them for 3 years before I ever got a discount code. So I, like 100%, I'm loyal to these products and I love them. I'm not just telling you they're amazing because I have a code. But protein powder. So I get asked a lot of times from new people, like new people who are new into their fitness journey, like they think protein powder is this magical form of protein. And to be honest, it's no different than if you were to get, you know, protein from like chicken or eggs or whatever, right? Now, sometimes it does digest a little bit quicker and easier for people. So a lot of people like to have protein powder post-workout. You know, it has other things in it, like this has BCAAs, but protein powder is essentially really helpful for those that struggle with getting in their protein. I find that, you know, one scoop of this, it's 24 grams of protein. That can be a really easy way to get in protein if you are lagging in protein. Is protein 100% necessary? Absolutely not. Like, I know competitors out there who don't even consume protein during their preps. Is it a really awesome way to get in your protein if you're somebody that struggles? Absolutely. Plus, I think it's a really nice thing to take when you're traveling to get in protein as well. So I do want to mention that PEScience also has a plant-based protein. So same thing, very similar nutritional content, just a plant-based version. So that is kind of the main rundown. Now, the next two things I want to talk about, now these products would definitely fall into that category of, do you need them? Probably not, but could they potentially be beneficial? Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you what type of people I think that these could benefit. So these are the greens and the reds from PEScience, and a lot of supplement companies are coming out with very similar products. I'm sure you guys have heard of greens. I'm sure you've probably heard of reds as well. Essentially, I look at them as micronutrient powders. So I take them specifically because I'm not gonna lie, I'm really good at getting in veggies. I'm not so great at getting in fruit. Plus, I know that I get a lot of veggies, and so do I technically need the greens? Probably not. However, I love the taste of them. So what's, you know, a little bit of extra micronutrients is not going to hurt anybody. I've also heard some people say that consuming these helps with their digestion. So if that is the case, then that may, you know, this may be a beneficial supplement for you to take. But I also, again, like having these for travel purposes. So if I'm ever away for the weekend or traveling for a week, I know that my veggie and fruit intake is typically a little bit lower. So I love taking these, you know, and it kind of helps me to stay on top of my micronutrient intake, so to say. Are they 100% necessary? Absolutely not. Could they potentially benefit you? Yes, especially if you are somebody who, you know, you just don't get in enough veggies, enough fruit. Now, a little disclaimer, you cannot take these and just stop consuming veggies and fruit all in all. This is not a substitute for that. However, it can kind of help pick up a little bit of slack if you are lagging a little bit in that area. Okay, Next thing I want to talk about is this supplement from PEScience called Regulate GI. Now, this is specifically a supplement that I've been kind of experimenting with for a couple months. Again, this is gonna probably fall into one of those categories of, is it necessary? No. But could it benefit a specific person? Absolutely. So if you're somebody who struggles with just having regular, bowel movements, or, your digestion is a little off and that can kind of get in the way of you going to the bathroom, I do really love this supplement. It is kind of you can kind of look at it as a fiber supplement, but it essentially has a little bit of soluble and insoluble fiber in it, but it does kind of help to keep you regular, so to say, with going to the bathroom. So this would particularly probably be a really good supplement for, my people who are in a deep calorie deficit, my people in prep, because as we all know, when food gets a little bit lower, sometimes what happens is you are not going to the bathroom as frequently. So this is a great supplement to kind of help move things along if you have that issue. Okay, the next thing I am going to talk about is magnesium. Now, no, this is not a PEScience supplement. However, it is such a great supplement to take. Magnesium just has so many different benefits. There's a whole laundry list of them if you really want to know. Look it up on the internet. I know that sometimes Google gives us conflicting information, but magnesium has so many different benefits. It is a supplement I highly recommend just everybody take. And it's also one of those things where it's like, if you take it and let's say you don't necessarily need it, it's not going to hurt you. If anything, it's going to make, your performance better. So I do take magnesium on the daily. Next thing I want to mention is vitamin D3. So a lot of people are actually lagging in vitamin D. And a good way to know if you are lagging in any vitamins, nutrients, minerals, whatever, have any deficiencies, is a blood panel, because I know I'll probably get that question. And to be honest, you typically don't know if you're lagging in specific vitamins until you get a blood test. Now, for the majority of people who are eating a wholesome, whole food diet, you're typically going to be okay there, but some people do, find that they have deficiencies in certain vitamins. But a lot of the population is deficient in vitamin D3. Now, I take this, but it's also very important to mention, and I actually got a comment about this a long time ago when I posted that I was taking this, and somebody was like, you better make sure you're taking vitamin K as well if you're taking vitamin 3. Otherwise, vitamin D is not really going to do its job. So that is an important thing to note, that if you take vitamin D, you should probably also take vitamin K, just because otherwise vitamin D can't really do its job without vitamin K. So that is a little note there. Okay. So now, next thing I want to talk about is this immune supplement from PEScience called Immune ST. It is essentially vitamin C, has a little bit more vitamin D in it, and it has zinc. So essentially this is kind of one of those supplements that enhances your immune system. It can be looked at as kind of like elderberry if you've ever taken elderberry. However, I think this is a lot more potent and better. And in fact, whenever I take this, if I ever feel like I'm coming down with something, I tend to notice, I kid you not, that either my symptoms, they either don't get worse or my symptoms are gone next day. So I do really love Immune ST. Again, I think anybody, like general population, could just benefit from this, especially during flu season, cold season. But my people in prep, obviously we don't want to get sick, right? So I think this is a really good supplement to have on hand and to take for those instances. Okay, so next thing I am going to talk about is Renuvia. This is a PEScience supplement again, and it is essentially hair, skin, and nails. One of those supplements that would fall into the category of it's not 100% necessary. However, I love it because, it has advanced skin support. It has, it has a lot of ingredients that just support hair, skin, and nails. And as a female, in my opinion, I don't see any harm in taking it. But is that 100% necessary? No. Do I like taking it? Absolutely. If I'm taking it and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm actually taking preventative action and making sure my hair, skin, and nails are excelling. I don't know. I like taking it. So love this supplement by PEScience. Okay, next supplement I'm going to talk about is a sleep supplement. So I'm always hesitant to recommend sleep supplements for people because I honestly think a lot of people, one of the best things you can do for your sleep is to stay off of blue light before you go to bed and to have a nighttime routine. However, this is a pretty good supplement from PEScience called REM. It is a sleep supplement. It has the lowest dosage of melatonin in it that you can have without building a tolerance to melatonin. So I know a lot of people take melatonin when they have trouble sleeping, but melatonin is also not great because you can build a tolerance, and a lot of times people will say that they wake up the next day feeling kind of groggy, right? So you don't get that with REM. If anything, this doesn't make me drowsy, but it helps to enhance my sleep quality. I feel like I get a deeper sleep. Now, I would say this would be something to potentially look into if you are somebody who does struggle with sleep. I like to take this along if I'm on like a trip because I don't tend to sleep very well when I'm not at home, so this is a really good supplement for that purpose. It may be very beneficial for somebody in prep too if you are getting deep into prep and you're struggling a little bit with your sleep. Okay, so the next supplement I'm going to talk about, and I should have discussed this one first, is a multivitamin. Now, multivitamins, in my opinion, I think that everybody should take them. I really do. Even if you are eating a very whole food diet, very balanced diet, I think that anybody can benefit from taking a multivitamin. And I'm going to shout out this specific one from PEScience because for two reasons. It has iron, and a lot of multivitamins actually don't contain iron. This one also has KSM 66, which I'm going to talk about in a sec. But that is essentially an ingredient that can help to naturally suppress the body's cortisol and stress levels. So this is a multivitamin from PEScience. I love it. Like I said, I think that anybody could benefit from taking a multivitamin, if I had to be completely honest. Okay, so next thing I want to talk about is this supplement I want to spotlight really quick from PEScience. It is an electrolyte powder. So another one that's not 100% necessary. However, if you're somebody that lives in a hot climate, or like I'm in Florida, or if you're in Texas, or if you're just somewhere where it's really hot, you're probably sweating a lot, you're excreting a lot of salt, and I really like this electrolyte powder. I like to add a scoop to my drink when I'm working out, just to replenish electrolytes and to make sure I am staying hydrated there. So that is that. So now on to the next supplement I'm going to talk about, which is one of my absolute favorites, and one of those that's going to fall into the category of being a supplement that I say anybody can benefit from it, and I strongly think everybody should take it. So here's a supplement, a Race Pro from PEScience. So other supplement companies, I believe, make some supplement companies make similar products, but I absolutely love this supplement. So it has KSM 66 ashwagandha in it, and KSM 66, like I mentioned before, is highly researched, and it is shown to bring down cortisol on the body. Now, why is that important? Well, keep in mind that cortisol stress is not just a psychological feeling. So you may be out there and you're like, oh, I don't feel stressed. I'm not a stressed person, Lexi. However, if you are somebody who is training for a bodybuilding show, or you're just training hard in the gym in general, if you've ever gone through a diet, like those things put stress on your body over time. So what happens is if stress gets too high, your ability to put on muscle is going to decline. Your sleep is probably going to decline. Your ability to lose fat is going to be a little bit slower. So that's where Race Pro comes in handy. So it has KSM 66 in it. Like I said, clinically proven to help to reduce cortisol on the body. So I take this, and then I also take the multivitamin. So both of them have KSM 66 in it. This just has a little bit, and this is strictly just KSM 66. So I get the best of both worlds here. Like I said, if there is one supplement out there that I would recommend, it would be this one for athletes in particular, especially if you're a bodybuilder, because also if you think about it, if stress is too high, sleep quality usually diminishes, and if your sleep decreases, then it's like a domino effect. If sleep decreases, then your ability to put on muscle can decrease. You can potentially go into a catabolic state, and that's another thing to mention, is if stress on the body is too high, you're gonna go into a catabolic state, meaning you're gonna start to break down the muscle tissue that you have. Therefore, you're not building anything. So this is my magical supplement. I love it, highly recommend it. So the last couple of supplements I do want to talk about are going to be Things like pre-workout, BCAAs, I'm not gonna touch too much on them, and then I'm gonna actually talk about fat burners too. So pre-workout is one of those things not 100% necessary. At the end of the day, pre-workout usually has caffeine, has some other ingredients that can kind of help with blood flow, cognitive function during your workouts. However, I know a lot of athletes that don't take pre-workout and they're doing just fine. So pre-workout is one of those things, take it if you find that it helps your workouts, but if you don't want to take it, it's not going to hinder your progress by any means. Same with BCAAs, kind of one of those things that doesn't make a huge difference, probably not in the grand scheme of things. However, if you like adding a scoop of BCAAs, branched chain amino acids to your water, do it. It's not gonna hurt you, but it's also probably not gonna give you a huge edge or anything. And then lastly, fat burners. So I'm gonna be 100% honest and say I've never routinely taken a fat burner, even in prep. So I think a lot of times fat burners are a little bit of a marketing gimmick, in my personal opinion, because what happens is they typically are thermogenics. They raise your internal body temperature. They make you sweat more. Typically, they kind of increase your heart rate. I don't personally like taking them. I just don't. And like I said, I am living proof that you can get stage lean without a fat burner. So at the end of the day, I wanted to make this video. I tried to make it as non-biased as possible, but also give you guys some of my personal opinions because, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of conflicting information out there on supplements. You see a lot of coaches give clients like a laundry list of supplements, and you know, I give my clients a list of supplements that I recommend. However, I'm never gonna sit there and say you have to take this, because supplements are just that. They are supplemental to your health and nutrition, fitness journey, whatever it is, right? You really can't out-supplement a bad diet. Now, do a lot of these supplements kind of help and enhance things that you're already doing? Absolutely. So if anything, like I said, I would recommend the KSM ashwagandha, especially if you're somebody in prep, you're a bodybuilder, or you're just on your own fitness journey. I also think the multivitamin is really important as well, just for general health purposes. But feel free to comment below and ask any questions if you have any particular questions on any of the supplements I discussed in today's video. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Please share this video if you found it helpful. I'm just trying to spread the good word on supplements, and like I said, I think that there's too much conflicting information out there. People get a little too wrapped up in thinking that like there's a magical list of supplements that they have to be taking. And also, I'll be completely honest, in my first prep a long time ago, I was really young and I didn't take a lot of supplements at all, and I was still able to get stage lean. Now, of course, I take more as I'm, have a little bit more information, but that is my general take on supplements. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please like it, please share it, please subscribe to my channel, and lastly, I'm also running a giveaway on my Instagram, so by the time I put up this video, there will still be a little bit of time left to enter that, so you can go check out my Instagram to enter that giveaway. But as always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.